Hi, everybody. We've had some issues with the Zoho CRM. There's a little bit of a learning curve when you first start out. Once you're in it and understand what's going on, it's very, very easy, and it's going to streamline your sales process. But I thought it might help if we do a little walkthrough. First things first, just going to www.zoho.com is not going to work for you. All of you have a link, and if you don't, let me know. That's going to take you to Zoho Mail, because that's where we log in. Your screen is going to look similar to this. And if you'll notice the URL at the top, it's zoho.com/mail. Top right, you've got your little menu bar. To the far right, you should see your sign-in. You're going to put in your email address, or your login. You may have a login instead. And the password I've given you. I like to keep myself logged in. Do a quick login. And your screen is going to look similar to this. There may be some differences because mine's administrator, but it's going to be close enough. On the far left, you're going to see the Zoho Mail icon at the top. Right below that should be your menu bar with your the handshake is the CRM. Ignore mail, we're not using it. There's a calendar available and various things. You can close this right here. There's a teeny tiny arrow. If you don't see it right now, then there's a teeny tiny arrow to open it up, and a teeny tiny arrow I can't even speak today, arrow to close it back. I usually leave mine open just in case I want to use something over there, but it doesn't matter. This bar right here is going to be basically the center of your navigation world. Always start on a home. There are different ways to customize this, but we're going to cover that later. I just want to cover the most simple things today. You're always going to go into leads. Here is the drop down. It's going to default to whatever you left it at. Don't worry about any of this or any of this. User-created views are going to be the list that I have created for you. For instance, Vern is going to go to Ben Lomond, and he's going to click on that. It's going to bring up all the Ben Lomond leads. And if you'll notice, mine says lead owner. I've got phone showing, lead status. Normally, you don't actually need lead owner to show. I do, because that's how I assign your leads and things like that. But I want to show you how to change this, though. Suppose all you want to show is the name of the company. The lead name is where your contact will go once you have it. Last activity time. You don't need to know that. So here's what you're going to do. Right here, if you move your mouse over it, you're going to get some options. Hit Edit. Click Last Activity Time, and you don't want that. So make it go away. Maybe you don't care about lead owner. Make that go away. Scroll down. And don't worry about all that. I'll show you in a minute. Hit Save. Now when you look, you've got a much cleaner view. I never put the state in there. I know where Ben Lomond is, so I don't want it taking up real estate on my screen. City I do care about, because those of you who have been working here for a while know some cities are closer than others, and you may want to, maybe you've worked, maybe the school is in Covina, in this case it is, and you want to work those leads first. If you will click on the city, you'll see that you can sort by ascending, or maybe you don't want to call Covina, descending. Now it takes you into West Covina and Glendora and things like that. So that's how you sort. You can sort by that, or you can sort by lead status. Now I know, now all of these are ones I haven't called because it doesn't say anything on lead status. Or now it tells me all the ones I've sent email to. Maybe I want to follow up on those. I've left messages for all these people. Maybe I should call them. I've called these people, attempted to contact, but didn't reach them. So all I really want you to know is how customizable this screen is, your main screen. Now, once you have it set up the way you want it, I don't like the phone number over here, so I'm going to hit Edit. I'm going to click on Phone. And I'm going to tell it to move it up. And then I'm going to tell it save. Now the phone number is where I want it. Maybe I want my lead status, so I'm hoping you already know what I should do. I should hit edit. I should hit lead status and move, I want it under the name. Scroll down and hit save. Okay, the only reason I showed you that, I'm going to do a different module for customizing, but this is your working screen, and you do need that to be set up in a way you're comfortable with. Now, most of you, I know, just because we all do it, are going to want leads in alphabetical order. That's fine. Sort it like that. Okay, now it's time to make phone calls. I click one time. Oh, I should mention this. If you're using Chrome users seem to have the ability to click one time and the lead opens. Internet Explorer, you may have to click twice and the lead opens. Now, so I dial, and I don't get anybody, okay? Scroll down right here and just change lead status to attempted. Well, and tell it to save. And you're done with that lead. You don't need to make notes that say, called but secretary said guy wasn't there. That's not necessary. You attempted, you didn't reach, move on. Now then for Dave, I don't want to mess with his lead, so I'm going to change that. Okay, and then right here, you're just going to hit next. And you're on your next lead. You make the call, and you reach somebody. But this time, you have notes. You reach somebody, you got an email address, you got a contact name. So you're going to click edit, which makes perfect sense. It's very logical. You're going to edit the lead. And the guy's name was Ralph. Last name is Macchio. I have no idea how to spell Macchio. Okay, and I pitched him, and he was the decision maker. And I got his email address, and it's ralph@gmail.com. I hit save, and I'm back to my regular screen. Now I've got all of his information available. Ralph is the contact name at the Montessori school. His email shows up for me now, and lead status is that now I pitched him. Now on this one, I may want to make some leads. Ralph is thinking about half page front for 500. Or said he'd have to talk to wife. And the only reason I would put that is so that when I call back, I can say, Ralph, did you get a chance to talk to your wife? I was hoping you guys would be able to help us, that kind of thing. So do not overuse. It's a mistake to overuse the note thing. The lead status tells you almost everything you need to know unless it's close to a sale. It tells you attempted to contact. It says or you emailed. Let's go over what junk lead means. If you call the number and it's disconnected, or it's the wrong number, or it's a residence, or any of those, this lead is a junk lead. Go ahead and disposition it like that for me, because I'm paying a lot for the leads, and I'd like to know what percentage are bad so I can talk to them about a credit. And if it's a no, that's pretty self-explanatory. Pitch decision maker, pitch non-decision maker. I don't remember why I put pitch non-decision maker in there, to be honest with you. You really shouldn't do it. Or sold, or left message. So again, you don't have to come down here and go left message for Ralph. There's no sense in you doing that. It's right here that you left message, or sent an email, or that you got a busy signal. Do not call. This puts them on our do not call list so that we never ever contact them again. Open is for schools. When you're calling schools and one opens, it's the same thing as sold. It's just for a school. Remove from list is a recent addition. I put it in there because I was working a school that I had a Bentine in Atlanta. I sold a towing company, which means all the other towing companies can't be called. I promised him exclusivity. But none of them told me no, but I don't want them to show up on my list every time. So if you put remove from list, then I can filter those out of your list, and you don't have to keep jumping over them. They just disappear until next year. Now, in this case, I pitched Ralph, and he told me he was going to talk to his wife, and I should call him tomorrow. Here's how you schedule a callback for yourself. Right here, add a new task. Let me help you here. You are definitely going to do this. You really need to do. Just take my word. Put the name of the company. An abbreviated version is fine. Acacia. Get answer. Don't write a whole note to yourself, but definitely put the name of the company. Due date, I'm supposed to call him tomorrow. Don't worry about priority. You're never going to need it. Remind at. I do want a reminder. So I want a reminder tomorrow. He told me to call him at, 3 o'clock. So I want a reminder for myself, I want one at 2:30. And don't worry about repeat, because you only want it one time. And the alert. Do you want it to send you an email to tell you to call Ralph? I don't. I want it to do a pop-up within the CRM because I know I'm going to be working at 2:30 tomorrow. So it's going to give me a pop-up to remind me. I'm going to tell it done. And here's another thing. Make sure you do this. Tell it save. Now here's the cool thing. I don't usually use the reminders unless it's really important, like get an answer. If you go to activities, that is actually tasks. Go to activities. Now look. It's right on. Don't look at. I have a ton of things I have to do, but you wouldn't have that many. Acacia, get an answer, and I know that it's due tomorrow. So when I come in tomorrow, on my home page, you know what? I need to change this for myself to my activities. Don't worry about that. Okay. Now, when I come in tomorrow and I go to my home page, I'm going to see, oh, that's right, I need to call them for an answer today. So, go back to leads. You're not going to do that every time. I just wanted to show you where it's going to show up. And again, click or double click, make your phone calls, put in lead status, hit next, make your phone call, and if you get a contact name, hit edit, put in the contact name, and the email if you get it, but you really probably won't need it. It's going to be contact name and lead status almost every time. Next one, make the phone call, lead status, next. And that's how you're going to spend your day. So we're going to, again, go to home. And that's what your day looks like. You log in. You see your task. You can work from there or not. You can even leave little notes to yourself in here. That's fine. You go to leads. You sort them however you want. Maybe today maybe you're working 2 schools. So scroll down and maybe Redwood is also assigned to you. You click on Redwood. There's all your Redwood leads. Maybe you don't. Again, you're going to customize it the way you want to. You're going to hit edit and tell it, I don't care about the lead owner. I don't care about the lead source. I do care about all of that. Always save it. Now my working area looks exactly like I want it to look. So those are the basics. Log in with the link always that you'll have that says, you know what, I should walk you through this. I'm going to sign out because this is something you need to know. If you're using Chrome, you're going to need to come in here, right-click, click Add Folder, name it CDD or Creative Dev like I did. That's fine. CDD. You're going to go to the link that you should have from me. It's going to look like this. Right up here is your star. Bookmark this page. Label it CRM. Hit your drop down, and I don't know how many folders you have, but you're going to put it in your CDD one. Hit done. While we're at it, let's cover this. Your associates page. Hit star. Name it CDD home. Make sure it's in your CDD folder. Hit done. Now every day you don't have to think, where's this link? You go, oh, I'm at the CRM. Great. Oh, I'm going to assume you know how to open more than one tab, but you're going to need these two tabs open all the time when you're working. One for the home page, one for your CRM. And the reason for that is twofold. First of all, your scripts. You're going to always want to keep your script up. Okay? Then if you go to Open Schools at the bottom, right-click, open link in New tab, and go to whichever school you're working on. I like to move mine out of the way. So here's what I have. I go to my CDD, my CRM. I click Sign In. I don't know why it didn't keep me signed in. I sign in. I'm automatically at my home page. Great. And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go to CDD Home and hit my Open Schools and open my folder because I need to look at my folder while I'm working. Come over here, hit CDD Home, go to Scripts, open your sponsor script. So that's how I work, and you really, I don't see any reason, I don't see any way you could do it without those three folders open, without those three, tabs open, because you have to have your script open, you have to have your folder open in case they ask you questions. I like to keep mine a little bit smaller. Everything you need to know about your folder is on the page. The name of the school, the name of the principal, the city and state, and how many folders are going out. So I guess this turned into a workflow training session, not just a CRM. But those three things are really important. And this really, bookmarking is, you've got to do it. Because these URLs, especially for Zoho, are so weird. You're never going to remember https://mail. That's ridiculous. You'll never remember it. So bookmark it. Okay, that's going to be it for this training module. The next one is going to be about customizing the CRM a little bit. I do not want you to spend a lot of time on that right now. There's just no reason for it. We need to get some sales under our belts. So, but I do want you to know what's possible. So, with that in mind, I hope you guys enjoyed it and hope it was helpful. I'll get to the second one right away.